they'll never admit it. Not in daylight, not in words, not even to their closest friends over wine and confessions. This video pulls back the curtain on the psychological and sexual roots of the #1 female fantasy buried under decades of noise. Almost every woman has this fantasy, a hidden desire that has nothing to do with candlelight or compliments, and everything to do with being taken, not forcefully, not cruelly, but with unspoken certainty. It's the fantasy she keeps locked behind her eyes, the one that surfaces only when she feels safe enough to surrender to a man who doesn't beg, doesn't explain, and doesn't ask for permission with every move. No one talks about it because it's taboo, raw, and real. You'll learn how to recognize it, trigger it without saying a word, and become the man who doesn't chase but gets chased by her imagination. Most men will never know this, but you're not most men. Before we continue, I've got something special for you. A free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook, revealing the secrets to making any woman crave you. Subscribe us and grab it now. Link in the description or pinned comment. The fantasy of being taken without a word. What she secretly craves but will never admit. There's a fantasy women carry deep inside. It's not flowers, romantic dinners, or steamy movie scenes. It's darker, older, and far more primal. Most men never trigger it. They're too polite, predictable, or stuck following a script. But if you learn to unlock this, she'll look at you differently. Her body will respond before her mind catches up. Let's peel back the layers. She dreams of being taken, completely, utterly, without hesitation. Not cruelly, but with certainty. The fantasy lives in the moment when a man doesn't ask. He knows. He doesn't negotiate. He leads. It's the instant she's not in control but feels safest, where his energy says, "You're mine," and her body replies, "Finally." Let that sink in. She doesn't want to make decisions, explain her needs, or teach you how to touch her soul. She wants to surrender, but only to a man who can handle it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. She'll never say this aloud. The modern world tells her to be in charge, empowered, in control, every second. But deep down, she wants to feel your presence, your hands knowing where to go, your energy saying, "I see through you," before you've even touched her. This requires silent dominance, the kind that doesn't flex, brag, or beg. To trigger this fantasy, you don't need muscles, cheesy lines, money, or status. You need to understand polarity. The masculine leads, the feminine responds. She's been leading all day, at work, online, socially. She doesn't want to lead in your presence. She wants to melt. How to trigger it? Instantly, without being creepy. Eye contact that holds, not chases. Most men break it too soon or stare desperately. You hold it calm and unapologetic, like you've already seen her. Voice that slows the room. Speak slower than you think. Use pauses. Silence draws her in. Her imagination will do more than your words. Touch that leads, then withdraws. A brush of your hand, then nothing. Closeness, then distance. Tension builds desire faster than any compliment. Stillness. Most men fidget. You stay grounded, unmoved, like a mountain. Words that cut through her persona. Not pickup lines, but truths. You hide behind being in control. I wonder who you are when you're not. Once triggered, she'll chase you. Not out of desperation, but because she craves that feeling again. The moment her body said yes before her brain caught up. Most women never experience this. When you awaken it, she'll stop pretending. She'll melt into you like she's finally home. This knowledge isn't for everyone. It's for the few who can handle it. Now you know why she couldn't stop thinking about you. Here's what most men miss. This fantasy isn't just sexual, it's existential. It's about trust so profound it borders on the spiritual. When a woman senses your ability to hold space for her darkest, most unspoken desires, she doesn't just feel attracted, she feels seen. And that's the ultimate trigger. Consider this. Every time she tests you with playful defiance or masks her vulnerability with sarcasm, she's begging you to see through the noise. Your stillness becomes the answer to her chaos. For example, when she says, "I don't need anyone," and you reply with a smirk and a silence that says, "But what if you want someone?" That's the shift. You're not arguing with her words. You're speaking directly to the fantasy. The men who fail are the ones who take her at face value. The ones who succeed, they speak the language of her subconscious, where no often means try harder, and I'm fine means read between the lines. Master this, and you're no longer just a man. You're the embodiment of the relief she's been chasing her entire life. The irony of this fantasy is that it thrives in contradiction. Modern culture champions equality and mutual consent, and rightly so. But buried beneath that progress lies an unchanging truth. Polarity is the bedrock of primal attraction. Women today are CEOs, leaders, and decision-makers. Yet the more they're forced to wear the armor of control, the deeper they crave a space to take it off. This isn't about regression. It's about balance. When a man embodies silent dominance, he doesn't diminish her strength. He creates a vacuum where her guardedness collapses. Think of it as a dance. She spent her life mastering the steps of independence. But what she secretly longs for is a partner who leads so effortlessly that she forgets the choreography. Your role isn't to overpower her. It's to align with the part of her that's tired of performing. The moment you do, her resistance becomes resonance. She'll mirror your certainty, not because she's submissive, but because you've given her permission to exist beyond the script society handed her. Next step, join the members-only room for uncensored psychology, darker truths, and tools to trigger obsession-level attraction. As a gift, I'll send you a free ebook breaking down the secret behaviors of high-desire women and how to awaken their unspoken fantasies. Link in the description.